Today we're covering the last part of the Lean Canvas, and that is the key metrics and the unfair advantage. Whenever you're filling the Lean Canvas, you start with an idea and you start thinking about how to make this happen, like mechanically. You start thinking about how will this business work, how I'm gonna make money. But on key metrics and unfair advantage is more about strategy. You want to know, how do you know your business is doing well? That's the point of the key metrics. Whereas on the unfair advantage, you want to know what would happen if competition suddenly appears. Is your company going to survive? Do you know that your company is actually going forward? How do you know all this? You know by the key metrics and the unfair advantage. So I think this is more about strategy than about starting a business. Now, when it comes to key metrics, you have it's about the things you have to do, right? So you have to find the key number that tells you how your business is doing in real time. As we spoke a couple of weeks ago, when you get a sales report from your business, you're going to know how well your business is doing. However, you will not know in real time because sales is a lagging number. What does this mean? This means that in order for a sale to happen, many other things had to happen before that. So the sales is the result of all these activities that you did beforehand. In other words, if you were to know these activities that will lead to sales beforehand, you could estimate how many sales you're going to get, and therefore you could do a forecast of how many sales you're going to have in a given time period, like how many sales you're going to do in a week, how many sales you're going to do in a year, in a month, in a quarter. So having these key metrics is extremely important. And when you guys looked at the Dave McClure's Power Metrics that I put the video last week for, you'll notice, at least from a sales perspective, how to do these metric analysis. So on the R, we have the acquisition, the referral, and the revenue, right? So all these are going to play together and give you a level of how you're gonna gather all these data to create key metrics for you. So if you know that your salespeople did 10 calls today, you know by the end of the week you maybe will have one sale. So you can start estimating based on that, right? So one of your key metrics, let's say in this particular example, would be the number of sales calls you do. Now, also key metrics are key activities. So key activities is what you must do to generate revenue. For example, I have here, if you're having a blogging platform, writing a blog post would be a key activity. So key activities are things that has to happen in order for you to sell a product. If you are doing an actual product, the first thing you need is to have the product, right? So a key activity is to generate maybe a prototype, to generate some sort of mock-up or something so you can show your possible customers and you can sell. That's the way you kind of say, okay, these are the key activities and these are my key metrics. So you say, if I'm doing the prototype for my product, then I know I call 10 people, chances are I'm going to do one sale. If you're that good, right? 10% conversion rate, that's very good. But if you are, calling 100 people and doing one sale, that's fine too. I mean, hopefully you get better, but the whole point is that you have some sort of metric where you can track if your business is doing well and if you're actually moving forward on the business. A lot of times when we want to create a business, we think that just because we think of the idea, things will start to happen. So these key metrics and key activities are very good in keeping you focused on what really needs to happen to make your business a success. So keep this in mind whenever you're doing your Lean Canvas. It's not only all the planning that goes with saying, okay, I have this problem, the solution, these are the benefits. It's also about saying, okay, how do I move this forward? What do I need to do to get to the next stage? All right. So that's what the key metrics are.